Igbo Area TV on the Igbo.
Kanu replies Ralph Uwazurike for telling him to hand over ESN to governors. You heard that? Uwazurike has advised Nnamdi Kanu to hand over ESN. It shows Uwazurike believes ESN is good. ESN is powerful. But I think he is not pleased with the handlers. You understand? Or he is a kind of afraid ESN might be used against him. Or what do you think? Please subscribe to our channel as we look into this. Like we said, Nnamdi Kanu replies Ralph Uwazurike for telling him to hand over ESN to governors. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra has replied Ralph Uwazurike of MASSOB for telling him to hand over Eastern Security Network to Southeast governors. While replying, he said, one hotelier said that Nnamdi Kanu should hand over the heavenly ordained Eastern Security Network to slaves installed by the Caliphate in different government houses in Biafra land. I think why he is calling them slaves is because they are doing their own bidding. Their interests are selfish. They are acting as people installed by the North. They are acting the other way. Somebody will say the upside way down. A kind of doing things the abnormal way. Some of our governors are not aware of why they are there. That they are there to serve the people. That what matters most is the voice of the people. And you know, some of these people are not elected at the first place. They rigged their way in. They plotted their way in. Even though we are in a democracy. So Nnamdi Kanu wonders why Uwazurike will tell him to hand over to his a body that is sanctified, a body that Ndibo is praising, the ESN. Why he should hand them over to people installed by the Caliphate to rule Igbo land? Can't you see our governors are answerable to the Caliphate? Now you want ESN to be handed over to them. Uwazurike, asị na agadi nwanyị danda na aba joyful benopa. Uwazurike, you didn't get that one. You are messing up. Uwazurike, hey, that one alone has damaged your personality. How can you say that, Uwazurike? Well, let's continue to look at it. I guess with the intention of turning it to another Eastern version of the heavenly politicized and now toothless Amoteku in Yoruba land. You know, Nnamdi Kanu said Amoteku has been compromised in his recent broadcasts. Amoteku has been compromised, has been adjected, has been politicized. The real intent of Amoteku has been lost. Now, Uwazurike is telling Nnamdi Kanu to do the same with ESN. So it will be controlled by the federal, just like the police forces and the national security forces in Nigeria. They are now under the dictates of the government. Well, a sanctified ESN cannot be handed over to politicians. So he went further to say, Nnamdi Kanu went further to say, he thought that I am like him, that shamelessly sold the future of our unborn generations to the same oppressors he claims to be fighting, just because all he wanted in life was to escape crippling poverty and life in style and opulence. Yes, you know, the fact is, I myself here at Igbo Area TV, I know Uwazurike so much. I know Uwazurike's office in 1999, Adelabu, close off Masha. I know him. In fact, Uwazurike's office was attached to a building. It's like a wall, then a door in the wall. How did Uwazurike amass so much wealth to own all the properties he has today? How? Please. I know Uwazurike so well. I know Uwazurike 1999 during the MASSOB days. I know Uwazurike. At Igbo Area TV, I said I know Uwazurike. Azuka OJ knows Uwazurike very well. Uwazurike suddenly became very rich. How comes? How did you arrive at that, Uwazurike? Such opulence. How did you come by such opulence, Uwazurike? Look at the kind of advice you are giving. That is why I want to profile you a bit, Uwazurike. You are a lawyer, yes? Perhaps you handled one of the greatest cases known in history, and it gave you so much money that what you own today, how did you come by those things? Uwazurike, please tell us. Even though that is not what we are discussing, but Nnamdi made mention of that. He says, sadly, with the blood of Biafrans, Nnamdi went on, he said, this same individual that openly condemned the launch of ESN is today clamoring to be identified with it. He was still referring to Uwazurike. Uwazurike opposed the creation of ESN. How comes Uwazurike now, ESN now finds favor with Uwazurike, and Uwazurike wants ESN to be handed over to governors who are answerable to the North, governors who were installed by caliphates, governors who were not voted by the people? That is the question. Uwazurike, you have a lot of questions to answer. Let's further look at what Nnamdi said. He said, we IPOB have come with an unshakable resolve to free our people from Rogadian damnation called Nigeria. You know, Nigeria, as we know, is a setup. It's just like British businesses in the north and south, and somehow it was merged. And before you know it, they just fashioned the name and gave us Nigeria. So Nnamdi said, the work he came to do is to free us from that Rogadian damnation. A setup. Richard Akinjide, who was in part of the Nigerian government, I think he was a minister during Abaka Tafawa Balewa, he said it's a fraud. The setup was a fraud. That it would have been broken on time. Meanwhile, we are still hoping on God. So Nnamdi said his goal is to free his people. He's not out to do politics like Uwazurike, who has amassed so much wealth trading Biafrans for money. An example is asking IPOB to hand over ESN to Janjaweed governors. Well, he went further. Let's look at what he said. Nnamdi said, this mistake, this hotelier, somebody who owns an hotel, Uwazurike, I think you handled a legal case that is so big, massive, and you won, and you got the money to build hotel. They were profiling you, Uwazurike. We are gradually profiling you. So he said, this mistake, this hotelier and his ilk made with our collective future is what we are fighting ever so hard to correct today. So Nnamdi said he's trying to state his mission. This is what he has come to do. He is not like Uwazurike. He has come to liberate his people. He said, at least now he knows they can never be like us. Unlike him, IPOB is a noble family of liberators that cannot be bought or sold to the highest bidder. IPOB is not for sale. Just like ESN, it's not for sale. They have a mission. If you understand your goal and if you understand where you want to go to, you will sail your ship, your boat towards that direction. You will not be distracted. What Uwazurike is telling IPOB is like a distraction. Yes, suggesting. Meanwhile, it's a body you criticize from the start. Now you are suggesting that it be handed over to Southeast governors. Oh my God. Janjaweed governors installed by the caliphates. Governors that came into power, they were not chosen by the people. Most of them. And that is why they're acting as if they are not answerable to the people. That is why they see the plight of their people and they act most of the time as if they are not concerned. Let's look at that. He said, we are not distracted, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu said. Our mission is simple. Restore Biafra. That is what we come to do. Please, viewers, what do you think about this? Uwazurike says, hand over ESN to Southeast governors. Add your comment on the comment section, please. No cussing. Also, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Azuka OJ says bye for now.
Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.